Hey everybody, Neil here. Time to look at some jersey concepts. I've got 37 files in today's episode. Usually we have 32 NHL teams, 32 files, but this time we've got 37. These designs are by Shaft Designs. He's the designer, he or she, I should say. And these are home jerseys, so I'm not really sure what to expect here. I believe this is a first-time submitter to the channel. If you're new here, we look at designs from the community every single Friday on the channel. If you are interested in that yourself, you can go down to the description, details on how to submit your own full set to the channel down below. Links, tutorial video, all that stuff is down below in the description. So hope to see your work in the future. Very low on sets. Currently there's a contest going on as well. If you submit, you get a prize pack of some NHL merch that I have ongoing until the end of December. So make sure you get your concept submitted. In that time, there's a video on the channel released a couple of days ago with the rules and regulations and all that on that contest. But let's jump in and let's see what Shaft Designs has for these home jerseys. 37 files. I don't know what that means. Well, I mean, I guess I do know what that means. I can see the file names. There's a couple of LA ones. There's some other ones as well. But in terms of designs, I'm not sure. Let's jump in. Let's bring these up. Okay, we've got Anaheim first, and I guess first impressions would be pretty busy. It almost feels like a couple of jerseys kind of melded together. The orange along the bottom middle of the jersey, I like the logo. I like this section holding the numbers. Not crazy sold on the bottom of the sleeves. It just seems maybe a little bit disjointed from the design language of the inside of the middle of the jersey, but it's okay. Where it kind of loses me, I think, is the shoulders, and not necessarily the shoulders, but it's the shoulders in combination with the bottom of the jersey. It just feels a little bit busy. Either we go heavy on the top or heavy on the bottom and leave the top and let the top breathe. I would personally probably leave the bottom, even the bottom of the arms, just kind of leave them and then just have a black go all the way up to the neck. I think it would just look a little bit more clean. Moving on, Arizona. Wow, we've got a lot of different swatches of colors here. We've got the burgundy, which is the primary color, I guess, in this jersey. We've got the black, we've got the purple, the green, the off-white. There's a lot of like pulling of colors from the logo, but it makes it, again, a little bit busy, this time design-wise and color-wise, I guess I should say. I like some aspects of it, though, like the bottom of the jersey, that kind of Kachina sort of design along the bottom. I'm okay with that. I like the purple as well. I like this little section of green here. It kind of bounces nicely with the neck, but it still kind of, it almost feels like two jerseys kind of put into one. So maybe, again, just a little bit busy. Next, the Atlanta Thrashers. So this is one of the bonus files, I guess. And this goes back to, I guess, a take on one of their jerseys a little bit. Now, I see 17 on the shoulder, I assume, and on the arm, I guess, or just 7. I assume that's Kovalchuk, I guess, and that's pretty fitting. I do love the colors. I do like the jersey. The Atlanta coming down the one side is very typical of the team, so we can keep that in there. But the 17 being repeated along the other side, it provides balance, but it's just maybe a little bit too repetitive. I don't know what else I would put on there. Maybe the player's name. Maybe keep the back. That's unique. Maybe it wouldn't look that great, but Kovalchuk along here. Atlanta on this side, might look okay. The Boston Bruins, yellow is the primary, black as the secondary, and I think there's, like, overall the design's okay. I would remove the white kind of stroke from the black along the top of the arms in here, and I would de-thicken the white stroke on the numbers. It becomes a little bit too bubbly, almost hard to read, actually. So just decrease that white on the numbers and on the outlining here, or keep the white coming up all the way here just to keep it consistent, but that's okay. Buffalo Sabres, goat head jersey combined with, I don't even know. Again, maybe a little bit busy. I think I would probably remove the design along the bottom, just take that gray out of there. It's interesting, it is very modern, but I find it kind of clashes with the shoulders a little bit. If you look at the shoulders, they're very squared off, where down below it's very angular and stuff. So it's just, it's a different kind of design language. So I find it a little bit conflicting. Next, the Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, pretty average jersey, and as a compliment, this is exactly what you would expect from a Carolina Hurricanes jersey, using black as the primary instead of red. I really like the red shoulders. The amount of red up here does complement the red at the bottom with the pattern down below. Yeah, pretty good. Columbus Blue Jackets. So This is a really cool combination of the Canada jersey and the home jersey in a way. Using off-white as kind of the exterior color on the jersey is pretty cool. Dark blue on the middle, and then the light blue in the inside of the arms. I would likely make the primary section of blue on the middle and the inside of the arms the same color shade of blue. I don't know if I would flop back and forth between the arms and then the middle of the jersey. It just helps bridge that relationship between the two. And I would likely go with the darker blue, probably because you're using darker blue on the arms on the off-white here. I really like it though. Like, it's a small little critique, but I like it a lot. Calgary Flames, wow. Again, lots of kind of almost melding between a couple of jerseys here. I'm fighting a little bit to pick like almost a primary color because you've got so much red, you got so much black, and quite a bit of yellow as well. So I think there's a balance issue here. I do like the amount of like mystery in the middle of the jersey, even like it's kind of like surrounded by vibrancy and then darkness in the middle. It's interesting. I don't know what I would do to change here. Probably just remove the yellow from I typically like when there's a little section to hold the numbers, but I think I'd actually remove it. I think it's maybe a little bit busy for me as well in this one. Okay, Chicago, maybe the same criticism, I guess, in a way. I think it's a little bit busy, honestly. The bottom of the jersey's nice, the middle of the jersey's nice, the shoulders are decent, but altogether feels like maybe a little bit much, but it's definitely not bad. I think it's definitely in the acceptable range for sure. It's nice. Colorado Avalanche, yeah, pretty similar to what they currently use, but maybe a little bit more modern version. You got the foot logo on the shoulder, which I love. Yeah, it's pretty good. I do like it. Yep. Dallas Stars, you've got the alternate jersey and then the star jersey kind of combined, but you've changed the way that the star looks at the bottom. And I don't know if I understand the specific shape that's happening there. I guess maybe the bottom of the logo, but it still kind of ruins the original design of the star for me. Like, if you're gonna do this design, I want the star. Okay, I want the star. But it is cool. Detroit, too busy for Detroit. I don't think this would ever happen. A lot of black, a lot of red, a lot of off-white. Again, there's a balance issue in terms of color here and the amount of real estate that these colors are taking up. I just don't see this being a plausible option for Detroit. Detroit is the most simple brand in the NHL. They don't take risks, and this is way too risky, I think, for Detroit. The Oilers. Man, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but again, I think I would say that there's a balance issue with color here. You've got so much blue, so much orange, and so much black. There are rules in design, not just hockey design, but in design in general, and that's why primary colors exist. And that's why secondary colors exist. Subconsciously, when we look at something, when there's balance, it invokes calmness. And when there's not balance, it invokes chaos a little bit. And when you look at this, it's cool looking, like there's a lot of colors and stuff, but there's not balance. So the rule is that you want a primary color, which takes up the most of the real estate. You could argue here that it is black, and it is black. But very close in second place is either orange or blue. So I think it's a balance issue again. It's definitely cool. But yeah, anyways, my spiel's over. Heck yeah, Florida. This is one of the best, actually, Florida Miami Vice kind of inspired jerseys concepts that I've ever seen. I actually really like this a lot. I love the rigidness of the lines coming down. It is very 90s, complements nicely with the design coming up in the middle of the jersey. Logo redone to show kind of the version of the original cat kind of coming out of the new shield kind of logo. Great combination, great recolorization of that as well. So honestly, I think this is a very perfectly executed Miami Vice kind of themed jersey, and even the numbers to kind of replicate that, the font and the design style there. Really, really good jersey. I love seeing kind of the bold designs like this, and that's why I love seeing a work from the community. I'm not going to like everything, obviously, but I'm critical on purpose at the same time. But when I see something that I love, man, I love it, and I love seeing your guys' work. If you do want to submit anything and you don't have a template, I can help you out a little bit. If you go to sportstemplates.net, use code POSTTOPOST, save yourself 10%, get this exact same template that the designer is using here in this video. And that code works for any other template on the site as well. So if you want to do a full uniform NHL kit, you can do that. You want to do goalie helmets, you can do that. And pick up one of the free ones as well, because there's a free goalie helmet design on there. I think there's some other free ones as well. Over 70 plus templates on the site, and not just hockey, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, everything is on there. It's amazing quality templates. And again, code post to post, make sure you use that, save 10%. Let's move on. The LA Kings here, and this is pretty decent. I think I'm being thrown by the kind of pinstriping around the shoulders. I think if you remove that, because I like this section here that holds the numbers, that the logo on there outlined in purple, perfect choice. I think that looks amazing. I like the gray up here. I love the shoulder patch. Maybe some stripe issue down below, but it's nice. Let's continue. Okay, yes, sorry. I remember the email that came in from this designer. I think he or she said that they came up with a concept and then had it actually physically made. So this is a physically made version, and there is another file of LA. So I think it's probably the concept that's after this of this jersey. So I mean, kind of cool. You can take your concept and make a real jersey. I have no idea where they got this made or whatever, but that's kind of neat. Yeah. Sorry. Let's look at the, I assume, concept. Yep, there it is. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's cool. You see a concept come to life like that. Pretty awesome. Next, the Minnesota Wild. I would say that I've seen extremely similar concepts to this in the past. That's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just, it's just an observation. It's a very logical decision for designers to kind of go down this path. It's not personally for me, but I know a lot of people like it. The Montreal Canadiens. Whoa, interesting shoulder patch. Fleur-de-lis combined with the maple leaf. Now, the Canadiens are allowed to use the maple leaf, all right? They've actually used it before the Toronto Maple Leafs used it in the history of the NHL and the two teams. So Montreal has the authority to use a maple leaf in their designs. So I do like the shoulder patch. That's pretty cool. The off-white in the middle is pretty decent as well. I really don't think that Montreal would go with an angular design on the shoulders like that. It's modern, it looks cool, but Montreal's traditional. I think they just keep the flat horizontal kind of striping along the middle. But I can maybe understand at the same time why Shaft Designs did that, because typically the numbers aren't down, they're more up, kind of right here. So how do you fix that? You kind of angle the stripe up a little bit to kind of bridge the gap and make sure that the numbers fall within the stripe. So it's very logical. I just maybe don't see Montreal doing that. Next, the Devils. Wow. Oh, man. I immediately saw a Pokemon in the negative space. If you just look at the black, what's the name of it? It starts with a G. Gengar? I'm pretty sure it's Gengar. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, I just see that Pokemon kind of in the negative space of the black. I can't unsee it now. But it's a pretty cool design, actually. It's very modern. I think it would look really cool as like a stadium series or in a full uniform. I can totally see this. I like the shoulder patch as well. Pretty cool design. Next, Nashville Predators. Definitely. I like this a lot. This is kind of exactly what I would like Nashville to kind of go to. You don't have to get rid of the yellow. Like I'm very critical of their yellow, and I think they use way too much of it, but I don't want them to get rid of it. I just want them to use blue as their primary color and just use a lot of yellow as the secondary color. This clearly blue is the primary color, yellow's the secondary, and it's done so nicely here by Shaft Designs with kind of the teeth coming in on both sides in the arms. It's pretty cool. I like it. The Islanders. Now, we get a lot of fisherman designs, but I don't quite know if I've ever seen a fisherman design like this. And usually I would go against this because in the rules and balance, there's so much orange down below, and then you've got teal up top. So there's that conflict, and there's a little bit of orange up top, a little bit of teal down below. So it does provide slight balance, but still, it's very contrasting colors from top to bottom. Usually you want kind of balance, but here you're really leaning into the design language of the original fisherman, which is the angle of the waves, kind of the motion. You get that down below, and then you get that up top as well. And I think in this instance, totally fine. I don't mind the conflict there of the two very vibrant colors almost fighting for attention. I'm okay with it because it's more about the design and the kind of impression that it gives you versus any kind of silly rule or anything. And like I talked about the rule earlier, it's a unofficial rule. You don't have to follow the rules. It's just, it is what it is. Sometimes it looks better if you do follow the rules. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you take some risks and it looks pretty good. I think this looks really good, actually. This is one of the best fisherman concepts that I've seen. I really like it. Okay, the Rangers. This, you know what? This would be a really cool, like, throwback jersey in a way. I love the new and the York on the arms. I think that's very cool. I like the stars on there too. It kind of feels Stadium Series. It kind of feels Winter Classic as well. And I wonder if you could swap the logos. Like if you put the Rangers logo that you see on the shoulder in the middle and then put the Lady Liberty up there, it's fine. But put that original kind of logo in there, I would get major retro kind of Winter Classic vibes from this. It's very cool. Ottawa Senators, wow. Too much going on for me personally. You've got horizontal stripes down below. They immediately changed to vertical stripes just above that around the wrist, and then right back into horizontal stripes in the middle around the boobie region. It's just, it's too much for me personally. There's too much. It's too many lines, I think, for me. Too many lines. The Flyers, wow. I can't say that I've ever seen numbers that low on a stripe that goes all the way across before. It's okay. I'm a little conflicted though. I'm definitely a little conflicted. I'm on the fence. What do you guys think of this one? Pittsburgh. Ooh, that might be a first as well. Striping that is split colored, golden and black on the arms and the numbers on top. Maybe a little bit hard to read on the yellow section, but decent on the black. Yellow C, which doesn't match the numbers on the arms. I like the bottom. I like blue as the primary. I'm conflicted on this one as well. I think it's okay though. Next, the Seattle Kraken. Very modern. Very, very modern for sure. I could see them maybe doing something like this. Logo feels maybe a little bit small here, but yeah, it's okay. Decent design. Wow, San Jose Sharks. What is this? This looks like, this has shades of like a St. Louis Blues logo, Philadelphia Flyers logo blown up or something. It's definitely a little strange. I don't know the reasoning behind this. I'm sure I'm missing it. I don't know exactly what it is. Is it a shape? Is it, what am I supposed to be seeing? I'm not sure. I personally probably wouldn't go for this, but I like seeing stuff that I don't like. That doesn't make sense, but I like seeing uniqueness, even if it's not for me. I think it's important to kind of see the outside of box ideas, because maybe seeing this, even though you don't like it, it'll inspire you to design something else that's maybe similar, but maybe it's totally different or something. Who knows? But it's good to see stuff, even if you don't like it. It is still inspiring. Okay, the St. Louis Blues, a lot of black on the bottom. Can't say I've seen that before either. It's okay, actually. I think it's maybe a little bit too high. We're approaching like belly top territory. I might just bring it down a little bit, and I think it would be okay. Whoa, the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is pretty cool. Again, what's the primary color? Is it black or is it blue? But kind of like the fisherman jersey, I don't know if it matters in this scenario because of the design. You've got kind of the lightning bolts coming from the bottom and at the top as well, splitting everything. It's almost like two jerseys put into one. And I said that earlier in the video for a couple of the jerseys, and I meant that in a bad way. And here I mean it almost in a good way. It's very unique, very Stadium Series. What color would the pants be? Would they be blue? Would they be black? What about the helmet? Would they be black? I think that, would one glove be blue and one glove be black? Just to match? I don't know. It's something interesting to think about. Toronto Maple Leafs. I actually really like the green in here. That's my first impression. I really like the green in here. Love the shoulder patch. I think I'm almost missing the green from the back of the logo. I think I'd add a green stroke in behind there because you've got it everywhere else in the jersey. The neck, the numbers, the C, and a little green stripe down below, but nothing in the middle of the jersey. So maybe just add some green as a highlight. Ooh, Utah. This is cool. I like this a lot, actually. This is probably the best Utah concept I think I've seen so far. I love the mountains down below. I love the amount of blue here as well. And I love that kind of stripe in the background. Great logo. Yeah, this is, I think, probably the best, not probably, it is the best Utah concept that I've seen so far since the team came out. So I like it a lot. Okay, another Utah one. Utah Yeti. Wow. Well. This is quite interesting. I get major like Joker vibes from this. Green and the purple. It's, I don't know. I'm a little conflicted. It's an interesting take on a jersey. I think the green shoulders are a mistake. I'll say that. I love what's happening with the logo, the bottom of the jersey as well. But I want to almost see that mysterious black come all the way up and just let the color live down below. All right, let's move on. Vancouver Canucks. I'm conflicted. I kind of like the red that's in there. I like the yellow, and I like the black, and I love the shoulders, and I like the logo recolorized. I think it's just the V and the numbers being so low on the arm. I like the top half of the jersey, bottom half not so much. All right, let's move on to Vegas. Wow. Okay, I don't quite understand the fleur-de-lis and the striping. I don't think Vegas has any French influence. St. Louis does, obviously. New Orleans does. I don't know about Vegas. I'll have to educate myself, I guess. Maybe there's a reason for that. I'll have to look into it, but it almost has like an armor shell type vibe on the side of the arms. How would that be produced? Would that be a sublimation print thing? Would that be actually stitched on there? Like what? I don't know. It would be interesting. I don't necessarily really like it that much, though. I think Vegas has better designs. Winnipeg Jets. Maybe echoing some of the comments I've made in near the beginning of the video on some jerseys. It feels like two jerseys kind of put together. This isn't necessarily something that I would like. I feel like the lighter blue is kind of out of place here, honestly. I'd like to see maybe just that completely removed and just allow the rest of the design to kind of live. And then, oh my goodness, okay. This one is definitely going to be a miss for me. There's so much going on here. You've got different eras happening all within this jersey. You've got the stars on the arms, which is a bit retro. In original days of Washington Capitals, you've got this version of the jersey, and then you've got the reverse retro 2 version of the jersey, kind of. There's the kind of home jersey vibes a little bit in here with some pinstriping. It's just it's too much. It's too busy. There's too many combinations of jerseys in here. This one's not personally for me. I'd actually say maybe this is maybe my least favorite of the set so far. But I think I know my top ones. I think that the Islanders one has to be up there. It definitely has to be up there. It's really nice. I want to give a shout out to Tampa Bay as well because it's definitely quite different. The Utah one was very, very good, but I am going to go back to, and I know people are not going to like this, but it is what it is. It's my video. I'm going to give it to Florida because I think this is one of the best Miami Vice kind of themed jerseys that we've seen. I can envision this in a uniform with the helmet, the pants, the socks, everything. It would look so good. It's a bit bright, but it's Florida. Look at their reverse retro 2.0. I actually, if you can see, it's hanging back there in my door. This is Florida. Like I could see maybe a couple teams in the NHL being able to pull this off. Arizona might have been one of them. They don't exist anymore. And Florida is one of the ones that probably can. So totally fine with this, and that's going to be my favorite. So Shaft Designs, thank you for submitting those. Now, obviously, there were some ones in there that I didn't really like, but that's probably maybe the fun of the video as well. If I just sat there and said that I liked every jersey that I saw, then I think it would maybe be a little bit boring. At least you're getting some authentic opinions here, even if some are a bit negative. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. That helps quite a bit. And if you're new and you want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button. Hope you guys are having a great start to your December, getting ready for Christmas. And if you are looking for jerseys and looking to get a deal, yesterday I released a video called How to Find the Best Deals on NHL Jerseys. If you want to go check that out, definitely go check it out. It's a 30-minute video where I walk through every single site that I visit almost on a daily basis looking for hockey deals on jerseys. So check that out. Not a sponsored video. None of those companies are paying me to make that video. Just making it, showing you my process, and trying to get you guys the best deals out there for hockey jerseys, regardless of where you live, USA, Canada, Europe, Australia, whatever. Make sure you go check that video out. Give it a like if it does help you. And I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week. Adios.